If you've ever Googled where to invest money, especially here in Kenya, and you ended up more confused than when you started, this video is for you. Because today I'm going to break down all the investment options available for we Kenyans, of course, in the simplest way possible. So let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here. So if you've been following along on this channel, we've covered money market fund, we did treasury bonds, we covered even budgeting. Today we are going a step further. We are going to cover how to actually build an investment portfolio. What options do you have? Where can you start? And what do I personally invest in? But before we get into all that, let me say one thing first. Time, guys, is everything. And I think that is something that nobody talks about enough. The earlier you start, even with a small amount, the better off you'll be, because the more your money stay invested, the more it grows. And I wish somebody told me this earlier. Now let me tell you how I personally started, because I think it will help you figure out on how or where to begin. So back in 2021, I decided that I wanted to build an emergency fund. And at that time, I had money sitting in my bank account, and I thought, why is this money here doing nothing? I wanted to earn an interest while I save. So of course, I went ahead and researched, and I came across money market fund. So I opened it, and that was my first step. So after a while, my emergency fund grew, and I started thinking, oh, where else can I invest this money? My goal at that moment was I wanted to earn a passive income. So of course, again, I started researching, and I came across, or I discovered treasury bond, and that was my second investment. From bonds, I started thinking about building a more balanced portfolio. I didn't want all my money in one place, I also wanted to invest globally and grow my money, and that is what led me to ETFs. Later on, I added a special fund called MansaX, and then eventually I added a fixed income fund. And that is my journey, guys. I want you to know that it didn't happen overnight. It took time, and I want you to be patient with yourself. Now, let me break down each of these investments for you. The first one is a money market fund. And honestly, guys, I think this is where everyone should start. And as I always state or say, a money market fund is a more of a saving vehicle than an investment, but it's a perfect starting point because it's a low risk investment. You can access your money anytime you want, and also your money earns interest while you build an emergency fund. This is where I personally started, and I feel if you're just beginning, please start here. Start by building an emergency first, because I believe emergency fund comes first before everything else. I have a full video on money market fund. Please go watch it. Now, once your emergency fund is sorted, I know you're thinking, what next? Where else can I invest my money? And that is where the fixed income fund comes in. A fixed income fund is a type of unit trust where a fund manager pulls money from different people and invests in things like treasury bonds, corporate bonds on your behalf. And now, here is what is great about this. If, for example, you want to invest in treasury bonds and you don't have the minimum amount required, which is usually 50,000 Kenyan shillings, you can do that, or you can invest in treasury bonds via the fixed income fund. And the fixed income fund lets you start from as little as 100 bob. And also it's a medium risk investment, and also it's a long-term investment. And also, of course, it gives you a higher return than a money market fund. Now, the next place you can invest your money is treasury bond. This is actually one of my favorite type of investment. I have a full video on treasury bonds, so I won't go too deep, but let me give you a summary. A treasury bond is a type of investment whereby you lend your money directly to the government to do their projects, and in return, they pay you interest twice a year. The minimum amount required is 50,000 Kenyan shillings, and also the returns are currently between 11 to 13% per year. If you want passive income, this is the best option for you. So go watch that video. It has all the steps required for you to start investing in treasury bond. I will leave the link in the description box. What if you want a bit of everything? That is, you want to invest in things like treasury bonds, corporate bonds, shares, offshores, money market fund at the same time. That is where the balanced income fund comes in. A balanced income fund is a type of unit trust whereby the fund manager pulls money from different people and invests in things like corporate bond, treasury bonds, shares, offshores, and money market fund at the same time. So it's like having your money in one place, invested in all in one place. And that is why it's called a balanced income fund. I haven't personally invested in it, but this is something I'm looking into. Next place you can invest your money is in ETFs. ETF in full is exchange traded fund. It's basically a basket of companies from around the world. Instead of you buying shares from an individual company, you instead buy small pieces of these shares from different companies all at once. I personally use a platform called IBKR. In full, it's interactive brokers to buy my ETFs. And the reason why I chose ETFs over buying individual shares from companies like Apple, Amazon, it's because I didn't want that stress of picking individual companies. And I want to be honest with you guys, ETFs is riskier than money market fund, even treasury bonds. So please guys, don't put any money you might need soon in ETFs because the values can go up and down anytime. The next place you can invest your money is in special funds. Right now, there are so many special funds, the likes of Kinakuza, Oak Funds, MansaX. I personally invest in MansaX, and the minimum investment required is 250,000 Kenyan shillings. And this is what I want you guys to know. Special funds are medium risk type of investment, and most of them, they require you to lock in your money for a period of at least 6 months. That is when you can access your money. So this is not a place you put money that you might need anytime soon. But here is what makes them interesting. The returns are higher compared to investments we've talked about, the likes of money market funds, treasury bonds, For example, for MansaX, their Q1 return was about 4.7%. That is just for Q1, quarter one, which is about 18% per year. That is a lot, guys. That is a lot. Yeah, and that is why they are considered medium risk. Yeah, stay tuned because I'll be doing a full video on special funds. Last place where you can invest your money is in NSE Shares. NSE in full is the Nairobi Security Exchange. This is where you basically buy shares directly from companies listed in the Nairobi Security Exchange. The likes of Kina Safaricom, I&M, Equity, KCB, just to name a few. And this is what I want you guys to know. There are two main ways on how to make money in NSE. The first one is through dividends. This is where the company share its profit with you. For example, if Safaricom had a good year and then it goes ahead and declares dividend, you get a portion of this money paid directly to you. The other way is through capital gains. This is where the price of share goes up. For example, if you bought Safaricom at 10 bob and then later its price goes up to, let's say, 15 Kenyan shillings, and then you sell it at 15 bob, you would have made a profit of 5 bob per share. That is how you make money in NSE. And also, shares is a medium risk type of investment. So please, guys, don't put any money you might require anytime soon. So guys, that is it. Those are all the investment options available for we Kenyans. The first one is the money market fund, then treasury bonds, NSE shares, fixed income fund, balanced income fund, and also special fund. Now I know you're thinking, so what next? Where do I start? Honestly, guys, start early and also start small. Don't wait. Time is everything when it comes to investing. That is all from me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and see you in the next one. Thank you so much, guys.